Well, it's Sofa Time with me, Gareth A. Davis, here for talkSPORT with Aaron Chalmers. Aaron, I hear you're making a few appearances on talkSPORT this week with the Football Brigade.
I'm a man in demand at the moment. I'm on talkSPORT. I've been on everything. I've been on everything Sky Sports. I seem to be the man that everyone wants a little piece of at the minute, which is about time because last year no one wanted a piece.
Andy Townsend and Ali McCoist, Friday morning. What are you going to tell those boys?
I'm going to try and convince them that Newcastle are going to win the cup on Sunday. Even with our third choice goalkeeper, I'm keeping positive, and I'm hoping that we can bring the cup home.
You're a huge Newcastle fan. Loads of the fans in their hordes. I imagine 45,000 will be down. There's a little event they could attend on Saturday night if they're, at a loose end. What's that?
It's just a little boxing show on me versus Floyd Mayweather. Just a little Geordie lad fighting one of the greatest of all time. So yeah, if they want to come along to the O2, paint the O2 black and white, then that would be greatly appreciated.
Are you still pinching yourself? I mean, you look fantastic. You've got great energy about you. Are you still pinching yourself that this is actually reality, not an alternative universe here?
It's we were driving down. Me and my coach were driving down this morning, and I just started laughing. He said, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "We're driving to London to fight Floyd Mayweather." I said, "It's crazy. It's crazy, but yeah. I mean, it'll probably be a bit more real in the next hour when we come face to face. But I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's." I knew something big was going to come. I always said that, and it doesn't get much bigger than Floyd Mayweather.
Johnny Nelson, obviously former world cruiserweight champion, just said one of the big things you've got to do in this is force the pace on Floyd. He's 11 years older than you. The body does slow down. Has that been part of the plan to create a fast pace in your training?
Yeah, so obviously, you can't just throw ones and twos at Floyd, you know what I mean? So we've been working in threes and fours. So if he throws a one, we come back with 2 and 3. So yeah, try and push a pace. Obviously not too much because we all know how good of a counter puncher he is. So just got to be quite smart with it. That's the main thing. Try and
watch
be
that
smart.
right lead. Yeah,
try and be smart. You know what I mean? It's like I say, it's easy getting caught in the gym and you can brush it off. But when you're getting caught in the arena under the bright lights, it's a different scenario. So just got to be very smart and very wary. He's one of the greatest of all time. So not rushing in and get caught up in the moment.
What people don't realise is that you've been involved in combat sports on and off for almost 20 years, with your kickboxing earlier on, Muay Thai, 7 MMA fights. What's this also for you? Is it a chance to showcase that you should be an opponent for Tommy Fury, for Jake Paul, for KSI, all these other guys?
Yeah, 100%. You know, it is. Like I said to you the other week, I feel like all them were kind of getting away from us, and even though I have a big social media following and still on TV and stuff, I feel like it was getting away because I wasn't fighting. But now, hopefully, this puts us back in the mix, being active, and hopefully we can just take this from here and run with it and get the big fights. You know what I mean? There's a lot of noise going on in this kind of scene with Tommy, Jake, KSI. So I'm right in the mix now after this fight.
Have you managed to dream or visualise that there is a kind of scintilla of light that you could have a victory over Floyd Mayweather? Do you have to think like that?
I have loads of little victories that I'm going to be aiming for, but being in there is... I have loads of little wins, let's just put it that way. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of little wins I want. As you know, I'm not one of these people that's going to say, yeah, I'm going to knock Floyd out in this. But look at my past record. I've hit people on the chin and they've been out for 4, 5, 6 minutes at a time. Do you know what I mean? So I can punch. So yeah, it's there's loads of little victories that I have for myself, and I'm just going to try and tick them off one by one. The first one is just getting in the ring with the man, and then from there we'll take everything as it comes.
In your mind, do you think about your hands being raised? Do you think about standing over him like Muhammad Ali stood over George Foreman? Or I don't know if that's too big a kind of reflection, but
it's more like, the speed of him, the jab. Just seeing, obviously, for years, it's like, me, how quick is that jab? So it's going to be interesting to see how quick it actually is. Do you know what I mean? And see how my timing is compared to his. Just loads of little things like that. But then also, like you say, the chances if you do catch him, do you know what I mean? What obviously we know he's got a of a chin, but like you say, all these things are what goes through your head. So I'll go to bed at like 10 o'clock and I'm still lying awake at 12 o'clock thinking about the whole thing for the last few weeks. Go to bed early and I'm still lying there awake, so it's constantly on my mind.
we're covering your fight on Saturday night in this event at the O2. On Sunday night, we're also covering Tommy Fury against Jake Paul against Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Who have you got in that fight? Have you got a winner in your mind?
I think all the pressure's on Tommy. I really, really do. Just with being from the boxing family, the boxing background, who his brother is, who his dad is, what's been said in the press from his brother and his father, I think the pressure's on Tommy. As what Tommy's saying, I can't lose to a YouTuber. Whereas I think Jake is very confident because he hasn't got much to lose. Do you know what I mean? So I think all the pressure's on Tommy. But you know what it is, I don't know who's going to win. Whoever wins or loses, I wouldn't mind fighting them down the line. That's a definite. I would love to happen.
Do you think it'll go 8 3-minute rounds? Do you think it'll go the distance?
Nah. I mean, I don't know. I've looked at Tommy's fights. Some of them 4-rounders. By the fourth, he seems to be blown a bit, and I can imagine it's going to be quite a high pace. And if it's quite a high pace, no matter how many rounds you've done in the gym, it can affect the in Saudi Arabia. So I can imagine, is it going to be boiling hot over there? All these things you've got to take into account. Do you know what I mean? So, if it does go 8 rounds, I think towards the end there'll be 2 very tired fighters.
You're looking phenomenal shape. We cannot wait to see you on Saturday night. Go in there, do the business, get your hand raised, and change history.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.